The next stage in the development of the tram network is highly controversial and is linked to the move of the city's main railway station 800 metres southeast to a new home by the river. The Brno city government wishes to expand the city, and the only way is east. The council wants to create a new high-tech suburb east of the current station. This new development will, they propose, be set on the site of the Brno local freight yard. Yes, it is used, but a new automated yard was built in the 60s north of the city. So the local yard is no longer a critical piece of rail infrastructure. It is intended that the new station will have 12 roads with 6 wide island platforms. Platform width is an issue with the old station. This will improve passenger circulation, allow for faster boarding speeds of trains, and increase safety. Currently, between Brno HL and the site of the new station, there is the bus station and bus parking lot, a disused market garden, and, near HL, the offices of the local radio station, and some rather outdated retail facilities. These would all be demolished. A new boulevard lined with modern offices would link the new station with the site of the old. The old station would be largely demolished, though the central building may be retained and converted into a covered market. A segregated tram route would be created along the boulevard, run past the new station, and then connect with tram routes 9 or 12 before turning back to the city, or possibly be extended further to reach Brno Airport, the second largest in the Republic. This would be quite a project, as the airport lies 10 kilometres southeast of the city. Additions and improvements to the trolleybus network will also have to be made if the promoter's statement that interchange between train and local transport will be significantly improved is to have any value. Quite what will happen to freight traffic between Břeclav and Brno Yard is unclear, as the current approaches to HL will be demolished and the space used for road improvements. The options are run freight through the new station or install a new cord north of Brno Horní Heřmice that would connect with the main line to Přerov. Brno main yard could then be reached by the freight line that runs east of the city. This line currently serves the Linde gas plant and the Zetor tractor factory, among other customers. The problems with this plan are the line is single track, non-electrified, and space for the cord at Heřmice is very limited. However, it may be an option, though our guess is there will be freight trains running through the new station. That's for the future. For now, back to HL. For the enthusiast, HL is a delight because of the huge variety in trains running through. One of the first things you may notice is the lack of an S-Bahn type service. While the concept, standard, frequent and regular interval, has just about reached Prague, it hasn't arrived at Brno yet. Here, the lowest form of passenger train life is the OS or stop train. This is a catch-all designation used for trains that stop at just about every station. They can be rail cars on rural branches or loco-hauled stopping trains on main lines. They may be rail buses or, in urban areas, a 1966 built Class 560 electric, perhaps the nearest thing to an S-Bahn train in the Czech Republic, outside the capital. Remember that in all major Czech conurbations there are extensive tram networks, and these trams do the job of inner suburban rail. The next level up in the pecking order are regional trains or fast trains. These are perhaps the closest that you will find to the Western European intercity concept. However, the intercity brand within the Czech Republic has been adopted by Student Agency for their shuttle between Prague and Ostrava. Some regional train routes are quite complex. For instance, the regular interval part diesel, part electric hauled service between Plzeň and Brno that runs via České Budějovice, where the train must reverse. There's then a big jump in Czech train quality to Eurocity. That said, Eurocity trains in the Czech Republic are quite variable in composition and quality. Of all the 2004 succession countries, the Czechs seem to have made the least progress in rolling stock renewal, be that stock refurbishment or new build. The exception to this being the 7 Pendolinos built in 2005. By the way, the Supercity Pendolino no longer works through Brno. They were used on Vienna-Prague Eurocities, but are now confined to the Prague-Ostrava route, where there is the most and increasing competition. Consequently, the CD contribution to the Eurocity franchise is rather limited. Just as CD was about to do something about upping its contribution to the Eurocity network in the form of taking on spare OBB railjets, they had the rug pulled from under their feet by DeBaal, who declared that they had selected Student Agency as their partner for Prague to Berlin Eurocity trains in preference to CD. Thank you and good night. The railjet order was cancelled and then partly reinstated. Just enough sets for the Vienna and perhaps Graz Eurocities to Prague. As for Vienna to Berlin trains, no clue has been given, but we can't see DB dumping OBB as well.